Hello bachcho, here the question is fetal ejection reflex in human females is induced by, and the options are A. Release of oxytocin from pituitary, B. Option is fully developed fetus and placenta, option C is differentiation of mammary glands, and option D is pressure exerted by amniotic fluid. So let's see what is fetal ejection reflex. So in short we can write it as FER. It is a neuroendocrine mechanism. When we say neuro, it means it includes nervous system, and when we say endocrine, it means it involves the hormonal system. So it is a neuroendocrine mechanism where what happens? The fully developed placenta and fetus, it means when the gestation period is over, it means 9 months have been completed by the female. Now what happens? The fully developed fetus and the placenta, they cause a mild contraction in the myometrium of uterus. So there will be mild contraction in the uterus, and these mild contraction in uterus, they trigger the posterior lobe of pituitary. So pituitary and which lobe? The posterior lobe. So this posterior lobe of pituitary is triggered or stimulated by this mild contraction. Now this pituitary causes the release of hormone which is called the birth hormone or oxytocin. Now this oxytocin, it causes more contraction in the myometrium, and this whole mechanism where the fetus and placenta are causing the mild contraction which is triggering the posterior lobe of pituitary, which is then releasing the oxytocin, and then oxytocin is causing the more vigorous contraction in the wall of uterus. Now this whole mechanism is called the fetal ejection reflex. Now in human female it is induced by, so it is induced by, as I told you, this mechanism is dependent on the placenta and fetus. It means when they are fully grown, they trigger the contraction in the myometrium. So the option here is the B option. So B is our right option. All others are the wrong. It means the release of oxytocin from pituitary, it is produced later, means oxytocin is released from the pituitary but on a later stage, but the signals are produced by the fully developed fetus and placenta. So option B is our right answer. All the best bachcho.